The chase continues here in Orlando International Speedway for the running of the Citrus Bowl 450. Brandon Nichols in the 14th starts on the pole in this unusual track in which instead of drivers making left turns, they make right turns. It is opposite to what NASCAR usually does in their oval tracks, and that sets up interesting results. As you see, Justin Roberts takes the race lead on lap number 1. This is a super speedway, obviously in a different direction, and this track can go 5 wide, but a lot of wrecks can happen by going 5 wide. As you see right here, drivers at the back starting to go 5 wide. Things are getting really cramped here down the straightaway. As you see, a couple drivers already separating from the field because they couldn't catch up to the pack. Mason Powers, the race leader. Powers is now battling against the drivers in second. They're now going 5 wide. Some even go 6 wide. Mason Powers does a great job as he caution flag comes out today here in Orlando. Oh no, they wrecked. They crashed just after they took the caution flag. They crashed. The 48 Justin Roberts around. The big one has struck here in Orlando. A lot of chasers are in it. Ryan Acosta is, well, he's not a chaser, but he's also in it. And Leia Walker's in it, a former winner at this track. Nathan Hudson also involved. Oh boy. Big mess. Big mess. As you see, here's why we're under caution, by the way. A big crash in the 51. A lot of drivers piled up. Seth Cole is in it. I see Mitchell Riggs. Johnny Garner is spun. Dan Coffey's around. Kyle Collins is in it. A lot of chasers already done for today here in Orlando because of the wreck fest, and it's no wonder this chase is really tough to stay alive here in the PCS because these courses tend to have a lot of wrecking. Well, last time in Las Vegas we went caution free, surprisingly. Everybody finished the race last time in Vegas. There were no cautions, no spins, no problems. It was just a flawless day pretty much for having all 42 cars here to finish. But in Orlando, it is a completely different story as 2 big wrecks already on that second lap took out almost half the field. Well, that's pretty much the norm in the Pokemon Cup Series. Big wrecks taking out half the field. These guys have got to be really careful driving around going 3, 4, 5 wide because you never know. Someone could mess up, and that would be the end of their day. It would also be the end of the other drivers' day as well, and we would have a big mess. It have like we saw in Orlando. Well, with cars retiring, not a lot of drivers also involved. But that's what the Pokemon Cup Series mostly does. Big wrecks to survive. So you got to survive in order to win here in the PCS, to win in the Pokemon Cup Series. Something that most leagues in Entertainment 3 don't really have, but this has a series of unusual wrecks and all that stuff, and that's often happens by the power of Entertainment 3 glitches. But well, we'll try to get to them when we do the races. So we're proud to have you on board here tonight. A lot of lead changes already on the restart. Halfway through the race in Orlando, Joshua Balkin takes the race lead. Now it's Angel Navarro's turn to do the same. Connor Breen goes on the bottom as well. The bottom line always preferred in our Town 3 tracks, even on tracks that go the opposite direction. As you see, they're now 3 wide in the back. Just a few cars remaining here just to compete for the lead. Isaiah Brunesh is in the back trying to catch up to the pack, and he's doing pretty well right now. He's closing in on them. He might make a move soon. And now Connor Breen is going to make a move for the lead. A 3 wide battle for the race lead. Could go 4 wide, but nope. The 47 Breen hangs on. One of the chasers this season. Connor looks to finally win a championship here in the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series. Whoa, Chloe Baker got 2 wheels already on the yellow line. If she had gone 4 wheels on the yellow line, she would have been forced to lose a couple positions to avoid a penalty, but she was able to save her car from going below that line. And Daniel Voiles the new race leader with 10 laps to go. And man, these laps are going to be really long here at a track like this. So brace yourself for a lot of action from here on out. Mason Wood going on the bottom for the race lead. Mason Wood, he's been so close a couple times. He finished second in 3 consecutive weekends during the World Tour this season. Mason's trying to finally get his car back to victory lane. He's going to have to work his way through it because a lot of rookies and veterans all hungry for a win as well here at this prestigious Orlando track. And also, chasers are also hungry for the win because a win gets them into the next round. So that's also at stake here in the PCS this season. That has been a long time. Cody Hagan and Mason Powers look to take the lead from Wood. Wood gets shuffled on the high line. And now Mason Powers, the race leader. Look at Bernesh go. He didn't need drafting help to come from behind to get in the top 5. He does a great job as working his way back up to the front. A couple laps ago, we saw him in the back, being the one one driver left standing, left out of that pack of the lead pack. But Bernesh is able to work his way to the front, and he's now going to go for the race lead. He goes on the bottom over the 33, and he has a chance to make an impact here for the 15. And now Sylvia Hunter wants to make a move. Sylvia is going for the race lead. Chloe Baker on the bottom, though. Female drivers running 1-2 right now. Right now, female drivers has not had success in the PCS. They've been having top 5s here and there, but no female driver has won a race this season so far. Not even the most experienced female driver in the field, Leah Walker, has a win this season. So Sylvia looks to change that. Sylvia almost won at 349. On the final lap under caution, she almost won the race, but she had to come down pit road, and she lost what could have been a chase spot, and now she's competing just possibly to get wins in hopes of making her name known in the PCS. Chloe Baker, though, takes the race lead. Like I said, no female driver has won this season. They've come mighty close a couple times. I think Paddock and Hunter have finished second a combined total 3 times in Palm One Cup Series races. Leah Walker hasn't had a lot of success in the machine. She hasn't had a lot of success this season, and she is a former winner here, but she already wrecked out early. And now Luke Walker, her brother, is now in the top 3 as Luke tries to give TA2 their first win. And speaking of Leia, she's actually a lapped car. They're approaching the lapped car of the 22. So things could get interesting if they approach the 22 machine. Connor Breen's the new leader. Mason Power slows down. He has to come to pit road. Oh boy, could this be a sign that we have green flag pit stops in the final couple laps? And somehow, some way, the race leaders were able to get through Leah Walker. Ooh, Hunter was really close to Leia right there. She was real close, but ultimately able to pass the 22. And these lead cars were able to pass the 22 machine without a hitch. Connor Breen remains the leader with 5 laps to go here in Orlando. A lot of action going on here at this track. Here comes Luke Walker going for the race lead. Saw Leia get by and hopes that could spring a boost of confidence for the 19 to get that lead away. Coming to 4 to go. Connor Breen does a great job on the high line. He gets a great draft from the 88 and is able to pull away to the race lead. What a move by the 47. Got to thank Chloe Baker for that maneuver, and Breen is able to keep the lead. But here comes Joshua Balkin. It's Balkin's turn to compete for the race lead. He goes on the bottom. Let's see if he'll get a run off turn 3. He will, and he forces Breen up high. Chloe's going to go on the bottom, going to follow Balkin in the draft. Daniel Voiles is drafting Connor Breen up to the front. 3 laps to go in Orlando. And remember, we had a couple seasons ago, we had one of the closest finishes in the PCS at this track as well. So a lot of excitement comes from Orlando. So we could expect to see more of that here this season. Today, actually. But anyway, 3 wide, Voiles. Now it's his turn to go for the race lead, bumping the 88 up high. Ooh, 4 wide, Breton and Baker together. Oh, and Breen's trying to find a lane. He's trying to move up high. and he's trying to find a lane. He used the high line before to go by, and now he's trying to do it again. Oh no, Balkan's coming down, and Balkan has to come down to pit road with 2 laps to go. Oh man, it's going to come down to whoever has the most fuel in the tank here tonight. Connor Breen is hoping that he saves fuel to win here today. Breen has got a sizable lead against Chloe Baker and Nick Pericles. Pericles is currently the highest chaser in the field, and he's doing a great job trying to keep second away from Baker. But you know that bottom line always wins. So Baker doing her best to get to the front of the 47. Luke Walker 4th. Navarro is 5th. They're closing. Connor Breen has to come to pit road before the white flag. Pericles as well. Luke Walker leads to the white flag. What a twist here in Orlando. Connor didn't have enough fuel, but will Luke Walker save fuel to win? As you recall earlier in the All-Star race on All-Star weekend, in both the Showdown and All-Star race, Pichu saved fuel to win in both those races. And now Luke Walker's using his strategy in hopes of winning here in Orlando. His sister Leia won here a couple seasons ago, and now Luke's trying to do the same. 2 turns left, lap traffic ahead. Navarro needs a miracle to catch up to Luke. Coming off the final turn, not going to happen, and Luke Walker is going to win the Citrus Bowl 450 at Orlando on fuel strategy. Wow, the same fuel strategy Pichu used in the All-Star race. Luke Walker uses it to win in Orlando, and a positive the Walkers get a win this season. It's Luke Walker leading them to victory in Orlando. And now we'll show you which drivers will stay alive for the championship and which 6 drivers will see their championship hopes come to an end. Here's the results from Orlando, and now we're about to show you the 12 drivers moving on to round 2 in the chase. Luke Walker celebrates a win in Orlando, and now it's time to reveal the 12 that'll keep their championship hopes alive. So here are the drivers moving on to the next round. Raga with the win at Vegas already locked, and the others Connor Breen, Pericles, Cyron, Lopez, Balvin, Roberts, Bernesh, Collins, Harple, Golbeck, and Cole move on to the next round. The 6 drivers to see their championship hopes come to an end are Sam Rogers, Avi Sachs, last season's champion Johnny Gardner, David Johansson, who had 4 wins this season, Robbie Tavener, and Daniel Coffey in his final full-time season. And it's unfortunate to see those 6 big names, while they were good this season, they weren't good enough in the 3 races to have them move on to the next round. Unfortunate for them. But anyway, we must move on, and those 12 drivers will stay alive for another 3 races to compete for the championship. We'll go back to eliminating the bottom 4 again in round 2, and that'll leave us with the top 8 into round 3. So hope you guys enjoyed all 3 races in round 1, and round 2 will begin in the next race. So good luck to everybody still in the chase, and we'll see you when round 2 begins.